this feels nice. Woo-hoo! Man, I can't tell you how happy I am with this car. Just turned out awesome. And, you know, it's comfortable. These seats are just, I can't tell you guys how much I love these seats. Hey guys, welcome to the Fireball Mullet channel. I'm Stan Kennedy, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the seats, guys. So we're gonna talk about the 5th gen Camaro SS seats, come out of a 2012 SS Camaro, and I got custom 3rd gen upholstery done to them. So we're gonna talk about what made me decide to do that, and also kind of the process of getting it done. So stick around, and then at the end of the video, we're gonna be going for a little bit of a ride and checking this bad boy out. So let's get to it. All right guys, so first let's talk about kind of why I did this. And you know, my original designs, now this car, the stock interior, now this is an 85, so it actually had the camel, but it had the Lear Siegler RPO code. So it actually had the tan Lear Siegler, which is actually pretty retro, pretty cool. I've seen some cars with that interior, and you know, honestly, I just never have been a big fan of it. I think, again, it's cool, it's very retro, but for this build, I felt like I wanted to go a different direction. Now, when I bought this car, they actually had this interior in it that was really from an 88, 89, and I think it was the deluxe maybe, but it was the tweed, the beechwood sort of, instead of the camel, so it was really the later gen. So what I liked about the beechwood is it kind of matches the exterior gold style that I was going for. So, you know, I was like, hey, I'm switching everything to beechwood instead of the tan, the 85 tan. So after I made that decision, I started drawing up some, well, if I did a more subtle approach of the Lear Siegler seats, so I just started sketching out what that would look like. And then I was like, well, if I do that, then I've got to do the whole interior. And then I said, Stan, you know, I love this style interior. I love the tweed of the stock seats and the stock door panels and all that for the 88, 89. And so I was like, well, let's, you know, since the rest of it's done, the rear seats are good, the door panels are good, let's just redo the front seats in a similar sort of pattern. So that's what kind of led me down this whole design of, you know, let's take the 5th gen seats. The black work okay, the black leather worked okay because there is, you know, black accents all through the car. And so, I mean, it was fine for a few years, but, you know, I always had this vision, but I really didn't want to get to the interior and do all the seats and really go deep in that until I kind of got through the rest of the build of the car. Once I got to the interior, I was like, okay, now it's time. So I went ahead and called a local upholstery shop and kind of told them what I wanted to do. And it's kind of cool because if you just find a good upholstery shop, you know, figure out what material you want to do, what they do is they take the stock seats and they disassemble them, and actually where everything is stitched up, they make a pattern from that. So, you know, it's kind of nice for them to be able to make the pattern for it. But one of the things that I wanted to do, guys, was, and I'll kind of show you this, and they did a great job on these seats. So obviously this is the stock material here, very close to the stock, and this is very close to the stock, the tweed, if you will, right? So very nice. But the other thing is, this is vinyl, just like the back seats here, and then I went ahead and did vinyl. I figured I want something a little bit more sturdy on the sides here. But you know, for me, I loved in Florida when I'm doing T-tops, I hated leather. It's just too hot, and I just love the feel of cloth. So for me, this was, you know, just something that worked. Now, one design that I wanted to do, the stock 5th gen seats, when they were in here, actually rubbed against the console a little bit too much. So the upholstery shop, actually the foam right here, they took off about a ½ inch. And actually I wish I had got them to do the back. I didn't think about it because the back is kind of close to the lid here. But the most important part is this right here, and I've got plenty of room now. So that really made the seats fit a lot better. Now I've got another video if you guys want to know, if you've got 5th gen seats and you want to know how to adapt them. I've got another video, look, maybe a couple years ago, and maybe I'll try to link it in the video here, on how to adapt 5th gen seats to the 3rd gen studs in the floorboard. A buddy of mine, Tim Waters, makes adapting brackets for it. He fabricates them up and he's sold a bunch of them so far. So he helped me put mine in, and he did his, and then all of a sudden he started a little business. So you know, so check out that video. It's got all the information if you want to, you know, look into that sort of option. But for me, man, this just works out because, you know, just the interior in this thing just came out amazing. So the seats are very comfortable, and I think I'm going to go. Chemical Guys has a fabric that you treat fabric that'll resist any kind of water or anything like that. I probably won't do anything but drink water in the car, but they make a nice something that repels in case anything, because that's the bad thing about cloth, is it'll soak something up a lot easier. So I think I'm going to do that just to reduce the stains. The other thing, you know, I hear, you know, this really came out awesome, and we're going to get to, you know, the install, and I'm going to show you, you know, what it is. But the other design thing is I kept the headrest the darker color here. Now I got some feedback where a guy said, hey, you know, you probably should have done tweed just so it wasn't like so stand out. But I did consider just doing tweed all the way, but I really wanted to keep with the stock style seat. And so for me, from a design, that mattered more to me than, you know, a larger looking headrest, which in my opinion, a headrest should be large because your head is large. Like, I've never used my headrest on my 3rd gen, my stock 3rd gen seat. It's almost impossible to use as far as I'm concerned. This thing is just like amazing. Just to, I mean, I was out here just sitting editing a video in my seat just because I love them. So anyway, that's just kind of the overview there. And then the local upholstery shop went ahead, stitched it all up. They did a great job. Took about 2 weeks, and they scheduled me, and they kept me up to speed. We went over the design of it and the different colors, and it just turned out phenomenal. And then I went ahead and picked up some Beechwood seat receivers from my buddy Randy Laws. So thank you, Randy, for those. And also the seat belts and all that good stuff. But guys, man, when I was just test driving it with the carpet and all the interior back together, it's so quiet. It's like all the work, hard work, and the extra steps that we did was definitely worth it. Now, I do have some things going on in the dash, and I know the previous owner had disassembled the dash at one point. So there's something going on, a little bit of rattling, something's not exactly right inside the dash that I'm gonna have to get into maybe next month or so. But for the most part, man, I mean, I can hear the supercharger whine so much more, and it's just so freaking comfortable with the air ride, these seats. You know, I can't tell you like a modern car that I mean, just everything, I'm just speechless because it's just everything that I've really envisioned for the car to be, and it really is that. So I think the only other couple things that I'm gonna do in the interior is I'm gonna do things like I'm gonna keep the stock wheel here. This is actually in pretty good shape. I'm gonna get it triple foamed or double foamed. I haven't figured out yet. And also I need to get a new dash cover. So I gotta, you know, go deep in that. And then all my little switches, there's a few things I need to get on the switches and the door plate here. So there's some little things, and then turn signal stock here. But for the most part, you know, the interior is basically done, which is awesome. Then I went ahead, got the interior. I'm working on that video, guys, next. So you'll see that, me recovering the headliner. So there's a sneak peek there. And so really cool stuff, and just turned out great, guys. The one dilemma I have is you can see there's a little bit of rubbing there, and I was thinking about using the SEM paint or interior dye that I did the rest of the interior, but if that truly is rubbing there, we might have an issue. So I'm gonna see how it looks with it black first. Once the doors are shut, you really can't see it that much, so we'll see how that we'll see how that goes. All right guys, well, started getting the lower console in. We're back on the interior. Wanted to go ahead, I'm pretty excited to get my new seats in, so I wanted to go ahead and start with that. And I got still a little bit of smoothing out here. I got one area that's kind of standing up a little bit here towards the passenger. That's kind of the only other spot. And then this little area here is weird, but yeah, so I got the power seat harness all ready to hook up. So the next thing we're gonna do, see what the seat looks like, guys. So you guys have seen the seat, right? These things are beautiful, man. I went ahead, got them custom upholstered, and this is the original material. And if you know the third gens, it had the dark headrest here. This is the stock fabric. This is also the stock fabric. All right, so yep, all stock fabric, and then this is, I wanted something that was going to be very durable. So on the back is going to be this vinyl here, which still has a very nice touch to it. So let's go ahead, let's see here. So this is going to be the passenger. So we'll go ahead, grab this one. And what I like to do is just fold them, pick it up. Go ahead, get this in here. Oh yeah, baby. It's the first time seeing it in the car. I'll see how beautiful this thing is. And, oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. Oh. All right guys, got the seat in. I got a check, I must have pulled the fuse out or the wire plugging into the fuse box because my electric seats aren't working right now. So I got to figure that out, but yeah. Oh man, this looks incredible. Now a couple things here. One is the 5th gen has a little snapper right here to keep your seatbelt kind of tight. I don't know what I'm going to do to fix that or to keep the seatbelt kind of near it. So I got to figure that out. And also this is black. I don't know if I'm going to put SEM on this and dye it just like I did these. It kind of goes a little bit with the black. So I might just rock with this for now. I think it's a pretty heavy wear. So I don't know. It's easy enough to kind of pull it off and try to dye it. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. But man, these things are so nice. I'm gonna get in it now. Oh my God. Oh, I love my seats. All right. Last bolt. Oh my Lord. Look at these seats, guys. Good gosh. They're beautiful. There we go. Sweating all over everything. There we go. Oh boy. Good Lord, that looks nice. Man, look at those seats. Interior back together for the most part. Got the under dash panels to go, but whoa, look at that, man. Ah. Man, those seats are badass. Look at that. Woo! Man, this feels nice. Woo-hoo! Man, I can't tell you how happy I am with this car. Just turned out awesome. And, you know, it's comfortable. These seats are just, I can't tell you guys how much I love these seats. And I know some guys hate on them, but I can tell you for me, I'm the one that's got to sit in them. And they are freaking amazing, man. I can't even, I can't, I'm so happy. The car with the quiet interior is just amazing. So the carpet and the padding and all the extra stuff that we did on the floorboard just improved the riding experience. And I was just driving around smiling, because that's really all I could do. It's just the car is just really turning out exactly what I was hoping for. So it's just these seats though, man. I'm just like, hit the power, kind of leaning back a little. This thing is incredible, man. Smell a little E85 burning. Tilt this up a little bit. Got the T-tops off, so hopefully I couldn't get my mic and all that sort of set up, so hopefully this will turn out okay. Man, it just feels incredible. I'm just loving it, man. I could literally drive this to California if I had cruise control. That's a long way to keep your foot on the pedal. That's old school shit right there, man. I got a little tilt to it, and then the bottom of the cushion, I got that kind of coming up to support the legs, and it's just, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm in a brand new car right now, to be honest with you guys. I got the valved muffler, so I've got the muffler on kind of low tone right now. So it's not like super like resonating on me right now. The seats are beautiful, all the padding and the carpeting, all the noise reduction. It's just really awesome. And so I wanted to take you guys for a ride for it so you can experience it as best you can. So anyway, guys, that's a trip around the block here. I'm gonna go to Advance Auto. I gotta pick up a few things to get ready for the GM Nationals, but other than that, yeah. All right, we're gonna turn the muffler up. The only other thing is, guys, I got to figure out a solution for this, because we couldn't recreate what was on the 5th gen seats, which was a little snap sort of thing that goes over there. So if you guys have any idea on maybe how I can get this over here, looking for some suggestions. So guys, that's today's video, and I gotta say, this thing, I could literally drive to San Diego right now. Like, you know, I am actually gonna look for cruise control, because there's a module by Dakota Digital that I can run on a LS. And so I'm gonna be putting a cruise control in here. So that's gonna be a future project, probably not anytime soon, but just to kind of let you guys know, you're probably like, hey Stan, you're getting done with the car. Like, what are you gonna do with the channel? Well, I've still got some modifications I wanna do, but we're gonna get out and beat the hell out of this car. We're gonna drag race it. I'm gonna take it to autocross. I'm gonna just rip it, you know? So we're gonna have fun, and I'm not gonna do either sport like super serious or anything like that, but we're just gonna have fun with the car, street stuff. So guys, let me know what you think about the seats, and make sure you like and comment below. All right guys, we'll see you on the next one.